What's up everybody, it's your girl Racheal, and just like that I'm back with another video. Today's a little weird, right? A little different scenery that I've got going on here. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do today. We are going to learn full body stretching. This is very important whether you're in a wheelchair or not, but for most of us we're in wheelchairs, right? And it's super important to stretch your body every day. Not only does it calm down spasms, but it also helps with muscle aches, keeps our muscles long, because remember, they can shorten over time. If you watch my other videos, you would know that every time I preach about stretching before and after every workout. But it's also important to stretch every morning after we haven't been having much movement at night. This also calms down not only my spasms, but calms my blood pressure down because my spasms are under control. And I'm in a lot less pain throughout the day. So let's get started with our upper body stretches, since we're gonna be using our upper body to stretch the rest of our body. And we're gonna just do the simple side arm stretch that we always do. So let's do it. Man. So, if you guys follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you would know that the back of my chair snapped. Yeah, that's right, snapped. Tried getting it welded. I did. And I forgot that it has to be an aluminum or alloy welder, a special welding, so it snapped again. So today it goes to an aluminum welder, a fancy one at that. And he's gonna weld my chair, and I should get it back before my nephew's game, so that's great. I'm excited. Also, let's warm up the shoulders and do some shoulder circles. So man, it's been rough. It's held together with tape right now, thanks to my mom. You know, gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's my fault because I waited 10 years to get a new wheelchair, and I know what you're thinking. Why would you wait that long? Well, because every time I'm fitted for a new chair, they're horrifically fitted to me. And so I dread getting a new one, and so I just put it off for too long. Now, obviously, I don't have a choice and have to... Oh, God, yeah. Okay. Are you guys ready? So if you don't have an adjustable bed, you're a superhero. I don't know how you do it. The whole reason why I'm so independent with dressing and getting in and out of bed, well, not really getting in and out of bed, but with dressing and all that and doing my own range of motion, is because I have an adjustable bed. It just makes my life easier, but whatever works for you is great. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with the left leg. Gonna fight those spasms, and I want you to pull it up to your chest so that way you have it in your hand. I always use my arm, and I just go like this so I have a good grip and I don't let it go. And I want you to put your bed back as far as you can. I'll show you. I like laying it back as far as I can so I can get the maximum stretch. It's just about flat. What we're gonna do is you're gonna pull your leg all the way down to your chest, and we're gonna hold it for 10 seconds. Feels very, very good. I have a really bad arthritis in my hips and stuff like that, so and my ligaments get really, really tight. My muscles get really tight. And then we're gonna reach up and we're gonna grab the right leg. This is my bad hip, so I gotta go slow. Ow, ow, ow. And yeah, it does hurt a little bit for me to stretch my bad hip, but it hurts worse when I don't do it. It makes the arthritis really bad in it. So we're gonna pull our hip, we're gonna pull our knee all the way down to our chest as far as we can. We're gonna hold it for 10 seconds. 9, 8, great job. And I also, to move the way I do in bed, there's no way I could set up the way I'm doing it. I'm using the weight of my leg to like move around. And the reason I'm telling you this is because the more you play with, like, the more you move your body around and play with your arms and your hands, the faster you figure out ways to make your life easier. Now my brain's a problem-solving brain. It's amazing. So the next exercise that the next stretch we're gonna do is we're gonna stretch our ankles. These are partially my favorite because my ankles always ache. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna press my toes and try to press them towards my knee as far as it'll go, really, really tight, and I'm gonna hold it there for 10 seconds. Feels good. This is my second stretch of the day. Okay, then the next stretch we're gonna do is you're gonna take your leg, you're gonna put your arms here, and you're just gonna slowly pull it to your chest. Surprised that I'm so tired. I think it's because it's gonna rain here today. I could definitely tell that everything tightens up with weather like this. Great. Now, the next stretch we're gonna do, this is a good one. If you have sore ankles, this is gonna feel really good. So I'm gonna rotate my ankle from side to side, and I'm gonna pull pretty tight, push pretty hard on it too. And I'm gonna do this 15 times. Oh, feels so good. And the reason why I started stretching was because when I first got home from the hospital, the first 3 years, I couldn't get my spasms under control. They were bad. Even with medication, they were super bad. And I went to the doctor and was telling him, like, oh, they're out of control. And he's like, do you stretch every morning? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, do you do range of motion every single morning? And I was like, no. And he's like, can you do that for 3 weeks every day? Make a point to do it every day, and let's just see if it gets better. If not, we'll explore like doing the backlift and pump. So I did it, and I still have spasms all day, every day, all the time, but they're not sending my blood pressure through the roof, and they don't hurt, and they're not as strong or aggressive. So the stretching works. Not for everybody, but it helps. Okay, so the next stretch we're gonna do is with the ankle, and we're simply gonna go up and down. Do that for about 10 seconds. And then one of the stretches we're going to do next is a repeat stretch. And I do this one because I struggle with drop foot in my left foot, and I don't want it to get any worse. So I stretch my toes up again, press really, really hard. Hold that for 10 seconds. Perfect. Now I'm gonna straighten my back up as far as it'll go, or to your liking, whatever works for you. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scoot my knee until it's up against my bottom, just like this. I'm gonna hold this stretch for 10 seconds. And then we're moving into the hip. The hip, the hip, the hippity. I'm sorry. I'll discontinue. Okay. And then we're gonna try to keep your heel up against your bottom and let the leg drop down. And hold the leg though while it spasms or while it slowly scoots the rest of the way down, so that way you don't lose it. And what I do is I just pull it up against my bottom. Just make sure, because the closer your heel is to your bottom, the better of the stretch I feel like I get when I do this hip stretch. And then I'm gonna lean forward, and I'm gonna slowly push my knee down to the bed. If you do it too fast, the heel will kick out, so you wanna do it slow. Please ignore the baby powder in my hair. Okay, I try to get it out, but I can't. It's a little trick that girls do when their hair's a little oily. Okay, it's in between washes right now, so don't judge me, okay? Anyways, back to the show. Okay, so gonna make sure that heel stays there, and we're gonna slowly push the knee down to the bed as far as you can do it. Don't overstretch if you feel like it's too tight. Over time, doing it every day, it will loosen up. And then we're gonna lean as far over as we can just to give a really good stretch. There's something beautiful about you. You should feel this partially in your groin area. And then for the people who struggle with sciatica, we're gonna lean forward with that knee down. Great job. Okay, now we did it to one side, gotta do it to the other side. So grab your knee, pull it up to your chest. This is also a good way to build muscle. If you're in the beginning stages of building muscle in your upper body, this is a great place to start. It's doing range of motion every day. First of all, you're getting used to the weight of your legs. Like, you're getting used to the weight of your legs. I forgot one stretch on this side, so we're going back to the other leg. But you get used to the weight of your legs, and you want to be able to move your body around, so range of motion every day is a good workout as well as a stretch. Okay, so I forgot, I also do bicycles with each leg. This helps get rid of water that's like left in my leg. This helps with calming down my spasms, and it helps loosen up my hips even further. So I'm gonna do 75 of these. I do 75 Monday through Thursday. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I'll do 30. So it looks just like this. I try to bring my hand down to my resting knee, so that way I get a really good stretch back and forth. So let's get started. You guys ready? We'll do 35 just because I'm sure you guys don't want to sit around and do 75, but you should. Okay, you guys ready? Begin. This is a good workout for your arms also. I could do 75 without my arms burning at this point, but not in the beginning. Whenever we talk, it's like the world goes still. Dude, my legs were so heavy this morning from the water compared to right now. It's crazy. My body holds on to water like you would not believe, especially my stomach and my legs. Oh my gosh. You hang on to so much water. This is also a good way to exercise your legs, you know, help burn some of the fat on them. Perfect. Okay, now for real, grab the other leg. Grab the other leg. And we're gonna repeat those same stretches. Okay, this is my bad leg, or my bad foot. I have drop foot in this one. It's not super bad. It doesn't affect my shoe wearing yet, I don't think. I mean, I don't know if that's the reason why my feet hate wearing shoes, but now I force them to, because it helps with my drop foot also. So what I usually do with this leg is I tuck it up underneath my chin and I grab it with this hand. But because my foot wants to curl inward this way, I use this hand to grab that part and I pull really hard. Hold for 10 seconds. A little FYI, I've been doing my own stretching for years now. Like it's gotta be like 12 years I've been doing my own stretches. Very good. I could not, out of nowhere for like 3 years, I couldn't do that anymore. I couldn't reach my leg no matter what I tried. I was like, that's so weird. Maybe the muscles are really tight. And then I lost like 20 pounds. It was my belly, y'all. It was my belly. I was like, damn. It's crazy how gaining weight in a wheelchair can affect your life. Okay, so now we're gonna take our leg and we're gonna pull it to our chest and hold it for 10 seconds. And I feel this all in here. Also underneath my thigh. Good job. Now we're gonna rotate our ankle back and forth 15 times. Begin. 1. And what I do is I use my forearm, and the skin has traction on it, pretty good traction. So I just use that and I just bring it back and forth. Great job. Now we're gonna bring our ankles up and back and forth, just like that. Ready? Begin. There's a lot of popping going on. And then we're gonna repeat that one stretch I told you guys about. You guys ready? Pull, pull, pull. I'm always like trying to get my stretch in before I like lean so far forward that I fall over. Like, yes, I got it. Okay, now I'm gonna sit my bed up all the way again. And we're gonna do that one stretch where we bring the heel up against our booties. And we're gonna hold it tight and stretch that leg. Ooh yeah. Feels good. These stretches help with a lot of my pain. For sure. And my spasms, obviously. Because for some reason when your muscles are stretched out, I guess because they're not as tight, sorry about the noise. They're not as tight, I don't spasm so much. And then, now that we're done with that one, we're gonna do this one where we pull the heel. We're gonna pull the heel up against our bottoms as far as we can. And we're gonna push our knee down slowly so we don't lose the foot. And then you're gonna lean over. Great job. Now we're gonna do the bicycle 35 times. Ready? Begin. So I am getting my wheelchair done today, and I'm really excited to go back to being able to clean my house and stuff. I'm gonna do that this weekend. I never thought I would be so excited to clean, but I am. I don't think I'll be able to do any aggressive workouts in my wheelchair, so I'm gonna start lifting weights in bed every morning before I get up. Awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna, I want you to lean forward all the way down. And I like to hold my knees on the side so that way they don't bend or rotate out. And I'm gonna lean all the way forward and try to get my chin above my knees. I'm gonna hold this for 10 seconds. Okay, now I'm gonna stretch my lower back, and the way I like doing this, it's different For some reason, I get a better stretch when I go down and up like this, like that yoga pose. Like I'm gonna dip my head like this and then bring it up, and I'm gonna use my arms to straighten out my lower back as best as I can, and I'm gonna hold that for 10 seconds. Are y'all ready? I know you're ready. I know you're ready. I don't even know why I'm asking. Okay, so lean forward, and then we're gonna hold this pose. You can feel this in your lower back. Perfect. So the next one we're gonna do, you're gonna need both your legs. So I like to get my arm underneath both my knees, and then I pull them up. I'll take a couple seconds if you need to ask someone for help while you guys do that. Do I look like I'm in a wheelchair right now? Or if you walked in, would you just think that I walk around? Okay. So this is the next exercise we're gonna do. We're gonna butterfly our hips. So this, I like to make sure my feet are lined up together, and I try to pull them all the way back up into my booty. And then we're gonna slowly let our legs fall. I don't let them go too quickly because I want to catch my knees so that way my feet don't push out. Now I'm going to lean forward, and what I'm going to do is I'm pulling my heels up against my bottom as far as they'll go. Okay, now this is the weird part, and I don't know how I figure out half the things I figure out, okay? But I do, all right? So when I do the butterfly, I want to butterfly each leg by themselves, and then I will do both at the same time. So what I'm going to do, so since the first hip I'm going to stretch is this one, I'm going to pull this heel down so that, because my feet are like this, so I'm going to pull the heel down like this. It kind of locks it, so when I stretch it, it can't push out, if that makes sense. Okay? So I'm pulling just the heel that I'm going to stretch out, just like this. I'm sorry if there's so much noise. I'm so sorry. Okay. So now you're gonna push this knee down. This is similar to that other stretch, but it's gonna stretch it even further because of the way the other leg is. You wanna put all your weight to the left side and use your other arm to push that knee down. You're gonna hold this pose for 10 seconds. You're gonna enjoy the beautiful stretch you're getting in. The fact that when you do this every day, you're gonna add 7 years to your life. No big deal, just 7. Awesome. So we're gonna do the same thing with the other leg. So we're like this. So I'm gonna move them like this, push my heels down to my booty, and then I'm gonna push this leg down to lock it. Beautiful. Okay. So for this one, I always have my chair next to me, so I kind of use that for balance because sometimes you feel like you're toppling over. So I always leave my wheelchair next to me. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to push this knee down, and we're going to lean our weight to the right side. You say don't always come out clean. You and me, we can really mess it up sometimes. We're bittersweet, but I know you guys could feel that stretch. Perfect. Now, you could leave your legs like that. It should stay now that they're stretched out. Now we're gonna stretch both at the same time. This is gonna be the best stretch. If your blood pressure goes up a little bit, ease up on the stretch. If it feels super, super tight, remember to ease up on the stretch. This one took me a while before I could get because my legs used to sit like this because I didn't realize how tight my hips were. So what I'm gonna do is lean forward. I'm gonna use both elbows to force my legs down. gonna stretch them down. I'm gonna hold this pose for 10 seconds. 10 glorious seconds. That's so good. Perfect. Now we're not done yet. Okay, this next stretch is gonna feel so good. This is my favorite one. We're leaving our legs like this, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the weight of our hands and we're just gonna slide forward. We're gonna hold this stretch for 10 seconds. I like to rock my body back and forth to get it just a little bit more of a stretch. And then while I'm still forward, I'm gonna stretch my body upward. And you can feel that in your lower buttocks, like on the sides. Perfect. And that's all, you guys. It's so important to stretch before you start your day. It adds 7 years to your life. It's important to stretch before and after every single workout. Not only is this a good stretch, but it's good muscle building. It's good if you're newly injured and you're trying to get used to the weight of your own legs. To do this every morning is great to do. So I hope you guys have a great day. Remember, get 20 grams of protein in with every meal, especially after you work out. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for working out with me again and getting our stretch in. It's so important. I love you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.